the big one, big one, big one.
On March 23, 2019, the Viking Sky cruise ship was sailing along the western coast of Norway, heading south through an area known as Hustadvika, one of the most dangerous stretches of sea in the country. This region is infamous among sailors for its shallow waters, scattered reefs, and the way sudden storms can turn the ocean violent within minutes. On paper, it was just another coastal transit. In reality, the conditions were already deteriorating fast. As the ship entered the open stretch, the weather worsened dramatically. Winds intensified to near hurricane force, and towering waves began slamming into the vessel from multiple angles. Passengers later described the motion as unpredictable and relentless, with the ship rolling and pitching far beyond what most had ever experienced on a cruise. Then, without warning, the Viking Sky lost power.
Safe stations.
One by one, its engines failed. With no propulsion, the ship began drifting, not out at sea, but toward a rocky Norwegian coastline, where jagged cliffs and shallow reefs waited only a few kilometers away. In those conditions, even a minor grounding could have been catastrophic.
Oh, the big one, big one, big one.
Inside the ship, the atmosphere shifted from discomfort to fear.
Mayday! 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 This is the Viking Sky.
You okay?
I have 1,300 passengers and crew on board.
Furniture slid violently across decks. Glass shattered. Water surged through corridors as waves struck the hull with enormous force. Passengers clung to railings, door frames, anything that could keep them upright.
6770, 6763, 64.
As the ship remained tilted, seawater began flooding into interior spaces, forcing its way into a restaurant area and several other sections of the vessel. Floors quickly became slick and unstable as water spread beyond where it was meant to be, adding to the confusion and danger inside.
If it's 7, it means we're supposed to get to emergency stations.
Crew members moved urgently through the ship, working to restore engine power and stabilize the vessel, fully aware that time was running out. Every second mattered as the ship fought to regain balance and control in rapidly worsening conditions. For several tense hours, the Viking Sky remained adrift. Each wave pushed it closer to land. Norwegian authorities made a decision rarely seen in modern cruising: a full-scale helicopter evacuation, carried out in the middle of a severe storm. One by one, rescue helicopters hovered above the rolling ship, lowering rescue baskets onto decks that were still violently moving beneath them. It was a slow, dangerous process. Over 470 passengers were airlifted to safety, each evacuation flight battling heavy winds, poor visibility, and freezing spray. Below them, the ship continued to fight the sea. Eventually, engineers managed to restart several engines, stabilizing the vessel just enough to prevent it from running aground. Tugboats later escorted the Viking Sky to port. No lives were lost, but many were injured, and the footage recorded that day tells a story that statistics can't. A reminder that even modern cruise ships, packed with technology and safeguards, are still at the mercy of the ocean. And in places like Hustadvika, the sea doesn't need much time to remind you who's really in control. But if you thought that was disturbing, then brace yourself for what you're about to see next. During his solo canoe expedition across Canada, Tom encountered one of the most unusual moments of his life.
Doesn't look very well. Puppy. Maybe he's stuck. You okay? He doesn't look okay. Can't see anyone, there's no tracks.
The morning had been calm and uneventful until faint cries broke the silence. Curious and concerned, he moved closer and discovered a 14-year-old Great Pyrenees trapped beneath a heavy log, half of its body stuck in icy mud, its back legs barely able to function.
Just log on you or something. Okay, the log's not on you anymore. You okay? What's wrong? Talk to me. Can you come? Come on. Can you move?
It was obvious the dog had been there for days, exhausted, freezing, and completely defenseless. Tom managed to lift the log, free the animal from the thick mud, and carefully bring it into his canoe. Had he arrived even a day later, the outcome in that remote wilderness would have likely been far worse.
It's okay. Lie down. And I was clean as well. But it's okay. He might have been there quite a while. And my hope that he belongs to the house down here. And if he's not their dog, then I'll have to make some phone calls and see what we can do. The dog was barking. I hope this is your home. Okay, buddy, you ready? You ready to come on the dock? Come on, up. Good dog. Good dog. Hello? Hello? Hello, how are you?
Good. What's happening?
Hey, I'm just canoeing. I'm canoeing across Canada.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just canoeing past and I saw a dog that's been stuck in the mud.
Oh, no. Is it live still?
Yeah, I was wondering, is it your dog?
Yeah, probably a white one.
Yeah.
Oh,
It looks like he's been there a long...
looking for it for a long time.
It looks like he's been there a long time.
Oh, where is she?
I dragged him out of the... I don't know if it's a girl. Is it a girl? I dragged her out of the mud and put her on my canoe. And I've brought her here on your dock.
Thanks, because I've been looking for her and I looked down there too.
She's a nice dog. I was worried at the beginning.
She's 14 years old.
Oh, she can't move her back legs very well. I don't know if that was normal.
No.
But I had to move a log that was on the back of her. She was in the water, half in the water, half on the mud.
Just a few hundred meters downstream, Tom luckily found the dog's owner, who had been searching for 2 days. What followed turned into a genuinely touching moment, and honestly, it's the kind of scene that restores a bit of faith in humanity. So let's move on to this next video. Because a ship launch doesn't come without danger, watch. The woman behind the camera had to be rushed to the hospital, though thankfully, everyone else escaped without serious injuries. But if you thought that was disturbing, then brace yourself for what you're about to see next. This horrifying footage was captured by the YouTube channel Big Wave Master 1, a creator known for documenting some of the most extreme weather ever filmed at sea. For over 12 years, he has shown the world what real storms look like from the deck of an emergency response and rescue vessel, an ERRV operating in the unforgiving North Sea. But on January 2nd, 2016, he found himself facing something far beyond anything he had filmed before. A storm so violent, so unpredictable, so otherworldly, that even he, after a lifetime of battling rough seas, admits he had never witnessed anything like it. The footage you are about to see was filmed aboard the Grampian Contender, a 22-meter rescue ship caught directly in the path of Storm Gertrude, one of the fiercest systems to hit the North Sea in years.
there more things to hold on to here?
No, well that's why I like the venture, because it goes up and run across.
As the ship fought through the chaos, a tornado-like vortex formed in the storm clouds ahead, a twisting column of violent wind connecting sea and sky. Inside the rescue vessel, the crew held on as the ship climbed the side of massive walls of water, only to drop down the other side with bone-shaking force.
I bet the other camera did.
The waves reached heights of 22 meters, waves so large they swallowed the horizon, turning day into night as they rose above the bow. In the footage, water crashes over the deck in violent bursts, each one powerful enough to tear a person straight into the ocean if they were outside. Yet somehow, the vessel held steady, built to endure exactly the kind of nightmare conditions unfolding around it. And despite the danger, Big Wave Master 1 kept filming, not because it was safe, but because storms like this reveal the true power of the ocean.
So as long as they're not doing any damage rolling around, they can stay there.
Watching this footage, you understand why ERRV crews are some of the toughest people on the water. Their job isn't just to survive the storm, it's to be ready to rescue others in the middle of it, even when the waves are towering, even when the wind becomes a weapon, even when the sea feels like it wants to consume everything in its path. This video is all about the raw, terrifying power of nature, and the same goes for this next terrifying video. a container ship collided with the Yangming Kaohsiung port container terminal, triggering a chain reaction of destruction. The impact brought down 2 massive tower cranes, sending steel and debris crashing to the ground. As the dust settled, 2 workers were reported trapped beneath the wreckage, prompting an urgent emergency response. The footage shows just how quickly a routine port maneuver can turn into a dangerous and chaotic situation, and you will see the same happening in this next clip. This terrifying video was captured on June 26, 2018. A speedboat struck another vessel's wake at high speed. The sudden lift threw the captain off control, sending the boat veering violently. 7 people were on board. Every one of them was injured, including the driver. 5 passengers required transport to a nearby hospital. But if you thought that was disturbing, then brace yourself for what you're about to see next. This eerie video is captured by Joe, better known online as Joe Franta, a sailor who has spent nearly a decade documenting the real, unfiltered life at sea. His channel is filled with moments of hard work, calm days, heavy crossings, and everything in between. But in all those years, he had never experienced what was about to unfold during this trip.
So, we arrived in Canada. Well, kind of. We just finished the crossing. It went really well. But there's a delay at Alt's Cove, so we're going to be sitting at anchor for at least 10 days, maybe more. There's like 4 ships ahead of us, so we got here, but we're just sitting at anchor.
Life at anchor is usually calm. Hourly anchor checks, quiet nights, simple routines. But winter in this part of the world is unpredictable, and the crew knows it. They prepare the decks, cover equipment, and brace for whatever might be coming. And Joe has the first watch.
All right. So anchor watch. I'm on my evening watch right now. So every hour, I walk up to the bow and check on the status of the anchor. Just make sure she's still there, as the guys like to joke around about. Anchor watch is pretty chill. Just do a lap around the ship, make sure nothing's out of order, no fires, no one's trying to sneak on board. We check on the anchor chain every hour or so. You want to make sure the anchor chain has a good lead. It's not going underneath the ship, or the hook's not dragging on the seafloor. All right.
As Joe checked the anchor, everything seemed fine and a day passed. But then they heard it. Bad weather is coming their way, and they need to prepare.
Like we were expecting, the weather turned. Got a little crappy outside.
At first, the weather is just unpleasant. Gray skies, rough winds, and freezing rain. But then it shifts. Days pass slowly, and the weather keeps getting worse.
Being at anchor for almost a week now, the weather was not letting up. Just seemed to be getting worse, day by day.
The ship begins to roll, harder than normal. Even while anchored, the waves hit from every direction, pushing the vessel in ways it should never move while chained to the ocean floor. In the crew quarters, items crash to the ground, sliding across tables. Metal rattles, doors slam. No one expects to feel this violent motion while sitting still.
Yeah, dude.
As the wind intensifies, the danger becomes very real. If the anchor begins to drag, the entire ship could drift into open waters, or worse, toward rocky coastlines. So the captain gives a strict order: nobody goes on deck alone. 2 crew members at a time. No exceptions. That's how hazardous the situation had become, and now it was Joe's turn to check on the anchor.
Join the Merchant Marine, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
Inside, the ship lurches so violently that even walking becomes dangerous. Crew members try to clean spilled equipment on the floor, but every time they bend down, the ship drops again. Too risky, too unpredictable. They decide to leave the mess until daylight, hoping the storm eases, but it doesn't.
Really looking forward to whenever the hell we get out of Canada. Anchor watch is nice and all, but it's getting a little old. Just a little bit.
As you can hear, the alarm is going off, and the weather still hasn't improved. It only got colder, and it snowed throughout the entire night. Days pass. Waves slam against the hull, echoing through the steel. The weather wears on everyone's nerves. Each time another ship finally gets permission to enter port, the crew watches with quiet envy. One ship closer to their turn. One ship closer to getting off this cursed stretch of water. But the worst is still ahead. After nearly 2 full weeks stuck at anchor, the storm that hits them next is unlike anything Joe has filmed before. The wind becomes so strong that it feels like the ship is moving under full power, even though it isn't moving at all. The tension on the anchor chain becomes terrifying. If it snaps, or if the anchor begins to drag, they could lose everything. Even paying out more chain, something normally routine, becomes dangerous. A runaway anchor chain can kill a person instantly. The crew knows this. They've seen it happen on other ships. So, in the freezing wind, with the deck heaving under their boots, they feed out more chain, praying it holds.
Getting sick and tired of this damn weather. We have to pay out the anchor chain like
again.
Every second feels like a gamble. Steel grinding against steel. Waves hammering the bow. The ship is fighting to stay in place. And somehow, it works. The anchor holds. After 16 brutal days trapped in bad weather, the final ship ahead of them enters port. Their turn has finally come. What Joe filmed wasn't the biggest storm in the world, nor the deadliest. But there's something uniquely terrifying about being trapped, unable to run, unable to maneuver, while the ocean throws everything it has at you. A reminder that even with modern technology, even with experience, even with preparation, the sea always decides who stays safe and who doesn't. And for Joe and his crew this time, they were lucky, and the same goes for the man in the last clip. Have a look. Some thrill seekers push danger to the limit. In this next clip, a group of daredevils plays a deadly game of chicken with a massive tanker ship. These vessels create powerful wakes that can capsize boats or pull you straight into their propellers, and turning one takes hours. But that doesn't stop them. They weave dangerously close, even trying to surf the wake. And in the next clip, things only get more intense. A group of friends is out on jet skis when they spot a large cargo ship. One of them decides to get dangerously close, reaching out to touch the hull. That's when things go very wrong. As he reaches out, he accidentally pulls the dead man's switch on his jet ski, instantly killing the engine. Now stranded and drifting in the path of the moving cargo ship, he's left vulnerable in the water, and it's all captured on his GoPro. Fortunately, he manages to escape, but it's a reminder of just how quickly these stunts can turn deadly. Was it bravery, stupidity, or just a love of adrenaline? I'll let you be the judge. That's all for today, folks. If you want to see more of this creepy content, click on the video on screen.